Well, I was in the middle of trying to get some things done, get the ewes moved around a little bit, and put them on some fresher pasture, when I realized I've got another one in labor. So we're going to take a check on her, make sure everything's all right. She's an experienced ewe, so she should be fine, but we'll just keep an eye on her here for a little bit. A lot of times these ewes will separate themselves out when they get ready to lamb. This one has decided not to. She's right in the middle of everything. You probably can't hear her. There she goes, talking. They get a little more vocal as they get closer to lambing. They can actually start calling for their lambs a little bit. I'd like to get you a good shot, but I don't want to interfere with her too much. It's the one turning around there a little bit. Let's see if we can get a shot of what's going on here. She's pretty well picked her spot. There she is pawing. There she goes having a contraction. You might notice this other ewe kind of more in front. You could mistake her for being in labor too, but she is still chewing her cud. So she's probably not. The one stretching her head and everything, she is definitely in labor. Now this is not a time to intervene. She's obviously uncomfortable. She's got up, turned around, pawed. You hear her talking. But there is nothing presented yet. So until I see that there is an obvious problem, I'm going to let nature take its course. You can see this ewe has got a full udder, but she's an experienced ewe, so that's more common than with a yearling ewe. But don't always look at that full udder as a impending birth. Some of them will udder up, fill up like that. What we got going on here? Well, there's a water bag. What I want to see is a couple of front feet come out first, followed by the nose, and then lamb should be diving out of there like somebody diving into a pool of water. Well, I can see something. Hopefully it's a couple of feet. Yep, looks like a couple of feet. Toes are up, that's good. At this point, with the feet out like that, if everything's positioned correctly, the head should be getting into the birth canal pretty good, which is the hardest part for her to pass. Once she gets the head and shoulders out of there, the rest of it's pretty easy. I don't really want to see the nose yet. You don't want to see the nose and the feet together. They should probably be, oh, the feet ought to be a couple of inches anyway, 2 to 3 inches ahead of the nose. If you see the nose and the feet coming together, that means the shoulders are back, or the elbows kind of locked back, and it's going to be really hard for her to pass that lamb. She could probably do it, but it'll be hard. If I figure that's the case, I may intervene and help speed this up and ease her troubles a little bit. Yeah, that nose is close. The legs need to be stretched out there better. I just don't know that she's going to sit still and let me help her. Looks like she's getting it. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, that was not an ideal presentation with the shoulders locked back like that. That's why she had a harder time pushing that out of there. But she was still making progress. So I don't interfere as long as they're making progress. At least not for the first, probably 30 minutes or so. Wish she hadn't done it right here by the compost pile, but she had some nice grass out there to do this on, but this is where she chose. And once they've chose their spot, it can be hard to get them to move.
Yeah, I've seen dogs and cats and pigs and cows, never seen sheep.
Yeah, that second water bag, there's another lamb in there. You can tell the difference in them water bags. When it's clear like that, there should be another lamb. If it's more red, kind of cloudy, bloody sort of looking, then that's probably the afterbirth coming out when she's done. Had a lamb this morning, well, about 1 o'clock this morning. She should have had twins, but she only had a single. This one ends up having triplets. I might pull one of these triplets off and put on that other ewe and make her raise it. Because she's got lots of milk too.
I'm watching this gal, and she's in Canada, and she runs a lot of sheep. She got them all in one of these clumps of that little bit.
Yeah, what is her?
I'm trying to think of her name.
Sandy Brock.
Yeah. But she was talking about her survival rate, but my goodness, she has so many multiple births that it knocked down I mean, it's up in the 90s or whatever, but she loses a lot of sheep just because she has so many. The 5 and 6.
Yeah.
My goodness. But then she talks about she would take one buckles and she would rub the afterbirth from the foster mother on the new lamb, which would help him
Yeah.
foster them, adopt them.
Take them. Yeah.
It's interesting.
I've not had much luck with that. I've tried it, but of course she has enough of them that she's got enough going on to make that happen.
And
I
she's
don't
right
like-
there with them
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, like this one born this morning, I don't have any after birth to put on one of these. It's too late for that.
Yeah, by the time you got out here,
So what I have the best luck with is I got a head gate. And you lock that U in a head gate, and it's got sides on it, and she can't see or smell the lambs. The lambs can still nurse. And you pretty much got to leave her in there about 3 days. She can stand up and lay down, that's all she can do. Just feed and water her right there. After about 3 days, usually enough of her milk has gone through that other lamb, but now it smells like her, and she's okay with it.
and being in there with her, around her urine and everything, to,
Yeah, yeah,
to get her smell on it.
yeah. And the lamb learns that her smell, that's its mom.
So there's another one there that's going to be,
She slinging down there pretty low, isn't she?
she's older than you.
Yeah, she's old. She's probably the oldest ewe I got.
But she's still cleaning on that one.
Oh yeah, she will.
How many more still yet to get alert? All down here.
Well, she ended up only having twins, which is fine. I was just expecting triplets. Twin ewes. I like twins, but if she had had triplets, I had another ewe here I could have grafted that third one over onto, because she's got a lot of milk and only a single lamb. But since she had twins, that'll work for her. The other one will just have more to eat. I went ahead and turned it out, so let's take a look at them. This lamb was born about 1 o'clock this morning. I really thought this ewe would have twins.